This guy's selling an 8-year-old graphics card for $325. Today is just a super simple video. I'm gonna be reacting to 10 PC ads that I found on my local market. Let's go. The first ad up is a really high performance gaming PC listed for $3,400. You guys can see it's in a very basic Lian Li 11 mini, just like my PC here. Let's go over and look at the ad now. Okay, so first up, we're buying a PC from someone named Kyle. I don't know, he seems kind of sus. Anyways, he says, I've had this gaming PC for a little over a month now and love it, but I have no time to play it, and it's honestly a little overkill for me. And if you look down at the specs here, 64 gigabytes of memory, Ryzen 9 5900X, RTX 3080, 500 gigabyte M.2 WD Blue, X570 board, 850 watt power supply, 9 Lian Li fans. That's probably why it's $3,400. Then you also have a 240 millimeter cooler from Lian Li, white sleeve cables in the Lian Li 11 Dynamic Mini, like I was saying. But the price is $3,400. My PC used to be worth that, but now the market has dropped in price, so I would say this PC is not worth $3,400. Maybe with 64 gigabytes of RAM and the 9 Lian Li fans, but I would not buy this for $3,400. If we look at the pictures here, you can see they look pretty good. I mean, you got your 3080, your RGB. It's a pretty basic build nonetheless, but for $3,400, like I said, this would have to be a pass for me. Next ad up is from someone named Aaron. He has a gaming PC for $800. Let's look at the specs and see if it's worth $800. I highly doubt it. First off, before the specs, he literally just has one picture, and it's this picture in his kitchen counter. It looks like he was hungry, and then he's like, I don't have money for food, let me list my gaming PC. And then his description, it is very bland. He says, thank you for visiting my listing. Here are the specs: i5 6400, gigabyte H110, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 1050 Ti, 3 gigabyte. Bruh, 1050 Ti's are 4 gigabytes, my guy. And then a 650 watt power supply. But yeah, this PC is definitely not $800, and I wonder if he ate food this day, because I doubt this sold. If you guys need a cheap and affordable Windows key, then today's video sponsor has you covered. Head to their website at supercdk.com, find your desired Windows key that even have Windows 11. Use the discount code SPLA and it drops the price all the way down to $16 for a legit Windows key. Check the links down below and let's get back to the video. The third ad up is another high-end PC, just like the first ad we looked at. It's a dream PC build, RTX 3080, i9 11900K, 5 terabytes of storage, doesn't say what storage, we'll check the description though, and 16 gigabytes of RAM. First off, compared to the first ad was listed at $3,400. It had 64 gigabytes of RAM and it looked way better than this one. This one only has 16 gigabytes of RAM and it's $200 more. Here's his description though. He at least gave a pretty good description, unlike the last guy we looked at. It says, this PC was just built by my friend who is starting his new company, Pure Magic PC. Everyone look that up on Google, see if it's an actual thing, and let me know down below. Was originally asking $4,000, but I'm starting the listing at $3,600. Kind of saying, I know what I got, don't lowball me. Sorry if the camera's shaking, my fat cat is jumping all over the place. He goes on to say that it's all brand new, blah, blah, blah. Pay me $3,600, basically. Has a 3080, i9 11900K, Kraken X53, B560 motherboard, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and we see the 5 terabytes of storage. 4 terabytes of it is a hard drive, and 1 terabyte of it is a 970 EVO Plus. And it's not the best SSD, but it's better than non-SSD, I guess. But yeah, 5 terabytes of storage and only 4 terabytes of it is hard drive storage. Not worth $3,600. And his pictures are, they're all right. I mean, here they are right here. Next ad up is a gaming PC for $350, and first of all, the guy has no profile pictures, so that's already off to a bad start. Let alone he joined Facebook in 2020, great for basic games on high graphics, got in 2019. Bruh, look at that graphics card, guys. It is a 560 Ti, 6 gigabytes. Cap. What a liar. i7 3200, 500 gigabyte SSD, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 500 watt power supply. This looks like a case that I gave away for free on my local market. So this guy stated that his 560 Ti has 6 gigabytes of VRAM, and obviously know that's fake. If you look here right on EVGA, here's the 560 Ti specs, has 1 gigabyte of GDDR5, not 6, you stupid bozo. And then if you look at this little graphics card here, this looks really recognizable. But yeah, that GPU looks like this AliExpress GPU, which is a fake 1050 Ti. not a 560 Ti, not 6 gigabytes of VRAM, and not worth $350. The fifth add up is a gaming / work PC from someone named Ray. He's asking $900, and as you can see from the first picture, it's looked like it's rocking a GT 1030. So right off the bat, it is not worth $900. Here's his description: PC with Intel Core i5 processor with Cooler Master water cooling for CPU. He's not even stating the exact model of the i5. Like, bro, come on. 16 gigabytes of RAM, yep, with a 1030, I was right. 550 watt AGW power supply, MSI motherboard, and 3 terabytes of storage. SSD card and Musatech case with 4 LED changeable fans. Yo guys, pay me $900 for my 4 LED changeable fans. And this 3 terabytes of storage is probably all hard drive storage. Here's his pictures, they're mediocre at best. Like, what is this? He's not even trying. Got another gaming PC, or best offer for $1,500. Tell you what, I'll give you this. It's a little laser I picked up at Walmart for my cat. His name is Vic. Well, Vic, I'm gonna tell you, this is not worth $1,500 right off the bat. I can already tell it's an older card, looks like a 10 series card from EVGA. His description clearly states that it's not worth $1,500. Has a Ryzen 7 3700X. That's like, all right, it's pretty decent. 16 gigabytes of DDR4, a 1080, not even a 1080 Ti, and he's asking $1,500. A motherboard, which is X570, M.2 250 gigabyte Samsung, and a 1 terabyte SSD, and NZXT water cold. Like, bruh, water cool, not water cold. And here's his pictures. Like, bro, at least don't show your face when you're trying to scam people with a 1080 for $1,500. Next ad up is from a pretty boy, I'm guessing. Has an i7 gaming PC for $449. $450 or best offer. Activated Windows 10 Pro. Wow, bruh. Can get a key for like $12. Would be happy to show you what it's got. You're gonna show me what it's got with a 650 Ti? I would be embarrassed to show people the performance of a 650 Ti. I wouldn't even let them know where I live. They would come back and chop off my head if they bought this computer. He goes on and states the FPS in Fortnite, probably in performance mode with that like 720p. Valorant 181 FPS, probably all low settings. Apex Legends 81 FPS on a 650 Ti. I highly doubt that. Bro, you're moving my mic. And his pictures, they're in a really basic Montech case. If you look closely, you can't really tell in the picture, but it looks like a Dell proprietary motherboard. You can kind of see the green PCB, and he's asking way too much money for it. Yep, there's a better picture of the PCB. Super ugly and probably has like an F1 error on boot up that he's not even stating in the description. We got a custom built ITX desktop. It is worth $999. I built this computer new about a year ago. I hated having the usual large and bulky form that desktop PCs usually have. So I built this one in a smaller ITX form factor. He then states that he built it to run 3D modeling software, which you can see by the graphics card choice, which is not a gaming graphics card, it's more of like a work card. I don't know too much about Quadro cards, so I can't really diss him on the price because I don't know how much it's worth, but personally, I would not pay $1,000 for this. Here's his pictures. I must say his countertop is nice though. Stock rising cooler, dual channel RAM, SF 600 watt power supply there. Yeah, altogether a mediocre build. If any of you guys do work like this and you require Quadro cards, let me know if this is worth $1,000. Next up is the RTX 3090 i7 11700 PC desktop for $2,800. Right off the bat, before we were looking at 3080 PCs for like $3,400, this one's a 3090 for $2,800, so it's a little bit better. All right, Casey, let's see what your description got. This is a PC that I bought and built last year. I just need a laptop and don't really use the GPU to nearly its full potential. All the parts are less than a year old and I bought them myself. Well, congrats. He has an i7 11700, 32 gigabytes at 3600 megahertz, so it's a pretty good RAM kit. RTX 3090 FE, Corsair RM750, Wi-Fi AX200, no one cares, 250 gigabyte NVMe SSD, SK Hynix, not really a good brand. He has two 2 terabyte hard drives in RAID 0 of a total of 4 terabytes in Windows 11 Home. Let's take a look at his pictures and see if it's worth the $2,800. So right off the bat, if you look closely, this i7 11700F is running like an Intel stock cooler. It looks like an OEM cooler from like an HP pre-built. So I'm gonna tell you right now, this thing is definitely thermal throttling. Oh, yep. I'm gonna be back. Let me grab that exact cooler. Sorry it took so long because I literally had to take it out of the trash because this cooler is trash. But yeah, he's using this tiny little cooler to cool an i7 11700F. This guy's a bozo. Yeah, I wouldn't pay $2,800 for this. You'd have to replace the cooler. I would definitely replace the case because it's in an NZXT case. So even that 3090 is probably dying. The last and final ad, guys, is probably the worst one of them all. If you look, it's an MSI GTX 770, 2 gigabytes. He's asking $325. I might go find where this guy lives, buy his graphics card, and hit him upside the head with it. And then take my $325 back. Let's read his description. Maybe he's including something else, like something good. Selling my GTX 770 2GB MSI Afterburner blower model GPU. So first of all, it's a 770. Second of all, it's the worst model possible. It's a blower model. So yeah, it's probably overheating. Card is overclockable, but I have never needed to do that to run any of my games. What are you running, bro? Tetris? PM if interested. I'm willing to negotiate on price. She's treating me well so far and can run most games with a stable frame rate around 60 to 70 on medium settings. You won't run any massive titles such as Elden Ring on this, but gets the job done for things like Apex, CSGO, Lost Ark, and Rocket League. Okay, I mean, at least he's not lying and saying, hey, it'll play all AAA titles, but he is definitely asking way too much for this card. For instance, I just looked up on eBay and one sold on March 27th, a GTX 770, a way better model for only $81. I'm gonna tell you right now though, I would not buy this card for 80 bucks. Just wait until you find a better deal. So he's selling an 8-year-old graphics card for $325. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know down below if I should do any more like this. Smash like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you loved it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.